This video is to show you how to calculate totals as well as make comparisons that are fair using Excel. So we're going to start by looking at this phony set of data that is looking at the number of fatalities and injuries caused by vehicle or car accidents. So in this state of Gimbel, we want to figure out how many fatalities and injuries were in the county of Lila. So we're going to go ahead and do our equal sign and sum. We're going to do a parenthesis sign, and then we want to add these two numbers together. So we're going to do, this is D, we're going to go D, and this is row 2. So we're going to do 2 plus a colon, and then we're going to do the same for E2, close it out, and hit equal. Now, we can go ahead and fill the rest of these super quickly by taking our black arrow, or our black plus sign, and dragging it down. So now we have the calculations. But you're going to see this sort of alarming symbol here, and it's going to say you have omitted adjacent cells. And the reason that it's saying this to you is it's noticing that we have numbers in the next column over that have not been included in this calculation. This is Excel's way of trying to help you to avoid an error that you might not be aware of. So we could go over here and say update the formula to include cells. So now it's taken this in addition to these two columns, and you can see that here because it says C. See that, how it's updated it? So I'm going to go ahead and revert to what we had before, and I'm not going to worry about this. I could go in here and say, you know, ignore this error and do that for all the different cells, but I'm not going to. So we're just going to live with it. Then we're going to go over here, and now looking at these totals, we might say, wow, the state of Hiley in the county of Rend has so many accidents or so many fatalities and injuries that have been borne out by these accidents, and as compared to Gimbel in the county of Lila. But that's not a fair comparison unless we look at populations. So we're going to go over here and we're going to make that calculation. We're going to go our equal sign, and we want to take this column, totals, and divide it by population. So we're going to say F2 divided by C2, and then we want to do this symbol of this little star here, or asterisk, and we're going to do it per 100 people. Now we could, if we had really, really large populations, we could do it by 1,000, or we could do it by 10,000, but we're going to do it by 100 because our populations are not that big. Now we're going to hit enter, and it's going to tell us that per 100 people in this state and county, about one person is either killed or injured by car accident in the given amount of time that we can assume that this was over the course of a year. And we can visually see, because we don't have large numbers here, we can visually see that that's accurate. We can say that 8 out of a population of 734 is just over 1 per 100. And again, we can have our black cross and go down and quickly make those calculations for everything. Now you can see that in fact Hiley does have the largest number of injuries, but this state and county that only has 9 injuries compared to 822, well, their population is so much lower, and they are actually also pretty high. So you can see how using the total number of related fatalities and injuries as compared to the population can be really useful in revealing certain things about the information.